Hey guys! So, today, this will be a very quick video. It has been a long 4 years. A long 4 years. And through these 4 years, I have still had issues with my bowels. I have been flipping back and forth between, including carbs, not including carbs, upping my fat. I do think I still need to eat more fat, but the fat that I eat is like I still eat the fat that I need to eat. I probably do need a little more fat anyway, but I haven't really changed a whole heck of a lot in the span of the 4 years that I've been doing my diet. I eat the fat that's on the meat, and I include the butter if I need the butter, the extra butter. I don't know, but over the last few months, I have noticed a change with my bowels in a weird way. I've had pains, but they weren't the same pain. Before, they were pains that would be similar to, I don't know, it would go up into the chest, and it would be this pain that would make you feel like you ate a whole huge heap of beans. I'm talking huge, like huge heaping plateful, like that kind of pain. Burning, nauseating pain. Up until maybe a month or two ago, the pain changed, and it felt like more stabbing. Now, you'll see where I'm going here with this. And then over the last 2 weeks or so, month to 2 weeks or so ago, almost nothing. Now, why am I mentioning this? The pains that I used to have, like when I first started this, and especially once including the fiber and stuff, diarrhea would sometimes, other times it would be just soft, squishy, and sometimes I'd have pain, but only gas would come out. I was on both ends of the spectrum. And they were smelly when I would have pain and gas. Nausea even at times. And even with the level of pain I had a couple of months ago, even without some of the processed foods, I will say some of the processed meats rather did have some things in them like that were kind of fiber. So that could have been part of that. And I've been cutting way back on those. Certain brands in particular. I'm eating a brand right now. I'm not going to keep them in my diet long term. I'm going to include them here and there, sprinkle them here and there. This one brand that I have, it doesn't really, I don't get a fibrous vibe when I chew into it, The other one I kind of did. Like, it seemed kind of hard-shelled. It was weird. I don't know, it had a weird crunch. These ones that I'm eating now, they don't. The pain that I've had over the last 2 months or so, I thought it was my gallbladder. Because the way that it would go up into my chest. And I was like, shoot, I better keep an eye on this. And I did. And it went away. So I was like, okay, I don't think I need to worry about this. It could have been my gallbladder. I don't know. Ever since that one incident, though, I must have passed a gallstone because I remember I felt a weird sensation shortly after that pain went away. There was like a weird warm feeling throughout my abdomen. It was like something released out of my gallbladder. And no pain. I didn't get sick. I didn't go to the bathroom. I didn't have the diarrhea. It must have been small enough that the gallbladder was like, there we go. And then everything just like everything just went into my stomach and got broken down, basically. And then I probably just crapped it out. Ever since that weird incident, I have not had nearly as much pain. I still got pain here and there, but it wasn't like, it wasn't like that. It was more like, oh shoot, I might have to go poop, you know? And today, and yes, it would have a small bit of a smell. Even like since 2 months ago, I'd have bowel movements that would have a small bit of a smell. Today, I had a bowel movement that I will admit it was a little hard. A little bit hard. And there's still a little bit left in there. I can feel along my intestines, like when I move my hands along. There's still a little bit in there. Hopefully that'll come out a bit later. But today I had a bowel movement and nothing. No pain. It was a little hard. Fat will fix that. I know that. So I'm going to eat some fat. Make sure that my meal that I eat today has fat in it. And I'll add butter if there is no fat. I had no pain. Nothing. No pain in the abdomen. It was a little hard on the way out, but it wasn't too bad. It was, I got it out. And right now, right now my bowel movements are like bloop, 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 bloop. Right now. So my gut is probably still healing. It's still trying to move things through. I'm thinking it's either one of two things. My gallbladder was having some trouble in the beginning, and I finally healed it after. I don't know if the gallbladder would take 4 years to heal though, which brings me to another theory that I had. I've had this theory for a while. And the other theory is gastroparesis, because I've heard that kind of thing can take a long time. If it can be healed, it takes a long time. And depending on the stage you're at, you probably can't heal it. But I caught it probably early enough that I might have healed it to some extent, and I'm healing it. And I don't know. I don't think it was just cutting down the processed foods or processed meats. I don't think it was just that, because I haven't had the diarrhea thing for several months now. The diarrhea I used to have, that was changing over time too. It used to be that when I first started with the full-on diarrhea, it used to be that it was almost like a cholera type. Now, the difference with it was it wouldn't last. It would eventually stop, and then my bowels would be completely empty, and the rest of the day I wouldn't poop anymore, and I could eat and drink and do all the normal things. No more pain after that. No more. So it wasn't actually cholera. And then as it progressed, it became more solid mixed with that, a little bit soft and mixed with that. So it had little pieces. And then over time that became like bigger pieces mixed with like small amounts of the liquid. And then I'm sorry if this is TMI, but I'm gonna, for those who are curious about healing, this might be important for you to know, because some carnivores might be thinking, oh, well, I need fiber. I didn't need fiber to heal this. It took a lot of time. And I'm still healing. I still have a lot to do, a lot of work to do. I feel it because I don't get as backed up now as I used to. The pains that I've had now, there's no diarrhea with them anymore. It's either soft bowel movements that have a very minimal smell. I will tell you right now, the diarrhea ones that I used to have, they smelled like old food or food that wasn't fully digested properly. So that's the other reason why I think it could have been gut dysbiosis or gut gastroparesis, sorry. That's why I'm thinking it could have been that. I don't think it was all gut dysbiosis, because gut dysbiosis, it smells like when you have the diarrhea and you're sick, you know what I mean? That kind of diarrhea, or like a food poisoning diarrhea or something. That's what gut dysbiosis smells like. I am really sorry, people. If you have a weak stomach, I don't want you to watch this, please. But for those curious, I'm now I've had several bowel movements over the last few days that have, and look, I haven't had bowel movements. I would have points where I'd go over a week without a bowel movement. Now with me, that was really never normal. And lately, I have been having bowel movements anywhere from 2 to 4 days. Okay? Massive, massive shift. I still have a lot more healing to do in that area. I'll probably still be continuing my healing over the next few months. It is taking a long time, but this also proves the point that it takes years. And I'm confident now that all this needs is time. Because the bowel movement I had today just proves that. It just proves that, because it was harder than what would be ideal. Sure. But it wasn't pain. The abdomen itself wasn't painful. I actually had the true sensation of needing to go, which I lost that sensation for the longest time. So I think part of that was some like very minimal nerve damage there. So I think that's what also caused some of the issues. But that's healing up now, and I'm finding like I'm easily able to go. And I know when to go now, and I don't have to like freak out now. I have some time beforehand, because before it would be like, oh crap, because the pain would be so bad. I'd be like, wait, am I going to have the diarrhea? What's going to happen? And I remember I'd be in the bathroom sitting there trying not to scream out in pain, because I don't want to attract attention to the other apartments. Now it's like I went in today. I'm like, I feel it knocking at the door, you know what I mean? And then I go in and it starts to come out, and there's no smell, there's no nothing. As the healing went on, the smell lessened. And there was no smell really at all this time. And even when as I sat there for a bit, because sometimes, at least lately with me, I have to sit there for a little while, because sometimes I have to let other stuff try to find its way out. Like I feel like sometimes I still have some bladder stuff that I need to, like I don't feel like I empty right away. So I wanted to make sure everything was out. My bowels still have a little bit left in them. I can feel it a little bit. But I had no smell, no pain in the abdomen while it was coming out. It was all pieces. It was like they were solid. And I was like, not rock hard, not like rock solid, but it was solid. You know what I mean? Definitely wasn't ideal. It didn't come out quite the way that would be ideal, but it came out. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't like it wasn't like but it wasn't soft either. It was just like oh, okay, ow. But it's getting there is what I'm saying. All this to say, I am healing. It has been a very, very long 4 years. This has been the best thing that I could have discovered before Christmas. Oh my goodness. So happy. Now, does that mean, I can start eating whatever I want again? No. No. And that's what people get into. Sidebar for a moment. These carnivores that say, I started including this again after 5 years of not eating it, so I'm going to eat this every day. No. Don't get into that. You're going to fall back into your old ways eventually, and then you're going to wind up back where you were. These people saying, I don't have a problem eating this anymore. Good. But that doesn't mean you should be eating that every day. Okay? Now, back to what I was saying about healing. So, I think this goes to show that you can heal eating a diet like this. You don't have to eat fiber. You don't have to. Look, your carnivore diet, if you're fully carnivore and you're thinking about adding fiber in because you ain't pooping, I'm going to tell you right now, don't. Add more fat and give it time. If you still have your gallbladder, add more fat and give it time. Your gallbladder will eventually get everything out that it needs to get out, and the fat will help your nerve endings and all the communication between your vagus nerve and all that other stuff, and eventually, over time, it will heal. Get electrolytes if you need to. Take in salt. Do whatever you need to do. Okay? If you feel like, crap, I'm going to have to add more fiber, don't add more fiber just because you think you have to or feel like you have to. Add more fat, electrolytes, give it time. I added more fat, and I gave it time. Cut out the fiber. You want to cut out the fiber, to be honest. Now, if you're taking a medication that constipates you, maybe you should add more fiber. Maybe you should. Maybe you should. I don't know what to tell you there. But if you're not taking any medications and you don't have any problems digesting fat, even without a gallbladder, if your liver has adapted well and you can eat as much fat as you feel like you want, eat as much fat as you can handle, give it time. Okay? Eat as much fat as you can handle and give it time. Take electrolytes. Walk, and give it time. Because I guarantee ya, it has been worth it. It has been worth the wait for me. And I feel like now I can probably start to put on some weight. And that is actually why I eat carbs. Why I go back and forth between eating carbs. I don't eat fibrous carbs. My carbs I get in a drink form, like I've said, and I go back and forth. Sometimes I say, I want to eat carbs. The other, for this reason or for that reason. And other times I'm like, what's even the point? I include carbs purely to see if I can gain weight over time. And to be honest, haven't had any positive effects, but haven't had any negative effects in gaining weight. I stay consistent for the most part, and that's partially why I still include carbs to this day, because I want to try and keep my weight consistent. I feel like if I cut the carbs out completely, I will lose weight where I don't want to lose weight. I'm not trying to lose weight. I don't want to lose weight, so I keep the carbs in because I'm afraid of that. I'm scared of that. I don't want to lose weight. So I keep eating the carbs. And to be brutally honest, it's not helping, but it's not hurting as of right now. I will, I keep playing around. I'm willing to experiment. But if you have problems with obesity, cut the sweet things out. Cut all of that out. Cut the starches out. But no. Now, if you want to have a little treat here every once in a blue moon, that's different. But there's these people saying, oh, but carbs are doing this for me, so I'm eating them every day. I don't think I have a problem. They could be causing problems for me. Maybe it's making the healing process slower. I don't know. I don't know that. I could try, but my fear is I'll lose weight. That's what brings me back to eating carbs. I don't want to lose weight. I don't eat a lot of carbs. I only eat probably about 20 to 30 grams of carbs. For me, that is fine. As of right now, I'm not seeing any problems. Doesn't mean they're not there. Maybe they are there and I'm not realizing them, right? These people eating carbs and saying they benefit them in some way, they have not even been eating keto for a year. I'm going to tell you that right now. They've not even been eating keto for a year, probably about a year. You know who you are. I'm not bashing you per se, but I'm telling you, you've only been keto a year. I'm bashing your claims is what I'm bashing, because you can't deny that they could be still causing you some problems. If you were to just cut all your sweet things out, you eat vanilla yogurt powder or vanilla protein powder and yogurt. You eat protein powder. Come on, and you wonder why you think you need carbs? No, you're eating protein powder with flavoring in it. I'm not buying it here. I'm not saying that. I'm not telling you directly to stop eating them, but you think they're not causing you issues? You're just going to boldly claim that? How do you know? Maybe they're the very reason why you still include sweet things in your diet, and why you're maybe not losing weight as fast as you'd like. There's carnivores out here eating protein powders along with their carnivore meals. There's people that are sensitive to dairy and eating dairy and maybe not realizing that dairy could be their problem. There's also people with thyroid issues that they don't realize they had, and that they probably had developed from the standard American diet. My thyroid's actually okay according to my naturopath. So these people out here saying carnivore will damage your thyroid, F you. There's other people out here saying carnivore damages your thyroid. F you. No, it doesn't. 4 years. No problem with the thyroid. She said your thyroid's perfectly normal. My TSH was like 2.03 or something like that. Normal. Beautiful. I think they did the reverse T4 and T3 and all that jazz, and that all came back good too. So, yeah. Everything's fine there. So, 4 years. I should start to see a decline. In 4 years, I should start to see a slight decline in everything, right? I should be seeing like borderline normal, lower normal, low normal. Like I should be seeing stuff like that, and I'm not seeing that. They didn't say that. They said, oh, that's perfectly normal. Like they never said borderline, they never said, low end. They never said that. Never said that. Yeah. Anyways, so my gut's healing, guys. My gut is healing. I find I'm really hungry, really thirsty, really just everything a lot more. And I think that's also why I'm thinking I had gastroparesis. So I'm eating, I'm trying to eat, I'm trying to drink water, do what I can to hopefully finally get this thing under control. And why am I out of breath? Why do I sound out of breath today? Well, I'm trying to get the moisture level right in this room and I can't figure it out. And I feel like, I don't know. But anyways, so I'm healing. I'm doing a lot better. Yeah. I really hope you carnivores start to feel better about yourselves now, knowing that you don't necessarily have to include fiber. Fat, electrolytes, movement, and time. That's what you got to do. I would make a word out of that, but let's see. No, I can't make a word out of that. It'd probably come out like 10th, but I would do it in that order. Fat, electrolytes, movement, and time. Doesn't have to be crazy movement. It doesn't even have to be lifting weights and doing all that stuff in the beginning. Like, I don't lift weights. I move. I do move. I can't, like, look, I'm standing in the middle of my room swaying right now because I can't stay still. I've always been that way. And so when I was 12 and lost that ability, it was like, oh my gosh. I'm going to film another video. Probably just before Christmas. That we'll talk about that more. So yeah, I hope you guys found this interesting. I will look for a video and I will do a reaction on Christmas for you. I think a Christmas reaction would be fun. I also have a little special surprise planned for that video that you probably won't be expecting. So stay tuned. I'm really excited to release this video. I'm actually very excited. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry about all the TMIs, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I will see you in the next one. Later, guys.